Hi there. So now let's work. We're still working here in the Spaceclaim. So let me duplicate this case. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to create the 3D geometry. So here we have the 2D, okay? And the new 3D, this one that I put it here now, I will rename it 3D sweep. And let me double click there. So I'm going to show you why this is interesting, okay? So even if 3D still is going to be a 2D case, but I like to use this one when working in 2D because post-processing tends to be easier, okay? Easier, so you're going to see that later, okay? You are going to have the same number of cells and everything. So to do the 3D geometry, we're going to just do an extrusion. So first, okay, select this one. Remember, you have the universal pull tool here, and you just pull it up. Okay, I chose move, the wrong one. So pull it, I know, 1000, okay, 1 meter, okay. You have that universal pull here, and then you have the other one, this one here. You do the same, but before pulling, disable, because if you pull here, it will do automatically a merge. Okay, so undo, and remember, no merge. It's not going to do the merge there. Okay, so you put this here, then I put this here, you move it. Okay, so whatever it is inside this box, it will be refined. Okay, so this is what we have. Okay, so the idea, let me hide. Okay, let me call this one will be again. Let me call it. This will be boy. This is your domain, and see the flexibility also that it gives you a space that you can select this one, Control C, Control V, and you are copying the whole surface. So also you have here your surface to do it all into this, up to you. So, but look at the flexibility that you have and why it's better to work in using the 3D solid. So we have seen that the Y plus value and wall shear stresses and pressure and everything is can be plotted along a surface. But if you have that, and as you plot it here in the cylinder, as it is a line which doesn't have any thickness, it's difficult to visualize that. So the idea when you do like this and you do the extrusion, okay, per unit depth, okay, unitary extrusion, now you have this surface and it's easier to visualize. That is why I prefer to do that. Okay, so there is no difference. The only difference is that now boundary conditions, you are going to create name selection in surfaces, okay, and boundary condition. Then when you do the mesh, you have to be careful that you need to do an extrusion, a sweep method, but using one cell here. We're going to do it, but then also when you set boundary condition, you are going to have these two faces. So these two faces, you need to put it as symmetry, and that's all. So actually, many commercial software, they don't take surfaces like this for 2D. To do a 3D case, you need to use an actual 3D volume and then an extrusion with one cell, and then setting here symmetry. In some cases they have an empty, okay, boundary conditions. Okay, so I prefer to work like this. Okay, I will show you the two meshes, and then it will be up to you to choose a method. The cell count will be the same. Honestly, this will easier now your post-processing for visualizing. Okay, it will make things easier. Okay, so remember, let me set here the boundary conditions. So see that I will set this one will be, see that here now you are setting boundary conditions in surfaces. In 2D you set it in lines. So outlet, this will be top, this will be bottom, okay, this will, I will call it front face, front, and this will be back. So these two will be symmetry. So when you put in this setup, you put it symmetry, it will work like a 2D case. And this will be my cylinder. So these are my boundary conditions. Okay, see. Okay, so if you do it in 2D, just to remind you, in 2D will be, this will be a line. Okay, so here now you have a surface and you can get an idea that visualization is much easier. The body of influence remains the same. Okay, so everything that is within this one will be refinement according to a criterion that you're going to give later. Again, doesn't need to be of the same dimensions of your domain. You can put it larger. It will just tag whatever is inside the cells that exist inside. So that's all. That's what I wanted to show you here. So we have also this definition. I'm not suppressing anything here. This surface will be also transferred to the mesh, but I'm not going to suppress it here because you can suppress it also when you do the mesh. Okay, we have seen that. But if you want, you can suppress it here. Okay, I'm not going to suppress it, just to show you again how to do it when you are in the meshing tool. So that's all for this case. So now let me close here. Let me save. So now we have three geometries. Okay. Well, so warning there, doesn't matter. So we have design modeler 2D. You design a Spaceclaim 2D and then a Spaceclaim 3D using this sweep. You can also do it with design modeler as one. It's up to you. At this point, that's all. See you in the next video that we are going to do the mesh. Thank you and bye.